Ukrainian Army in action. British MLRS M270 attack destroys the entire Russian base in Kherson. Vladimir Putin faces a humiliating retreat in Ukraine after Kyiv's forces deployed a game-changing British rocket launcher even more powerful than the US' much-lauded high-mobility artillery rocket system, HIMARS. Vladimir Putin faces humiliation on the battlefield in Ukraine after a new video showed Ukrainian troops using game-changing British weapons for the first time. Ukraine's armed forces released a video online showing its forces deploying a British-supplied M270B1 multiple rocket launcher in Ukraine for the first time. The rocket launcher was also accompanied by a British FV103 Spartan armoured personnel carrier during the missile launch. In the video, Ukraine thanks its allies for their unwavering support and help in taking on the Russian enemy. UA Weapons, which tracks Ukrainian military efforts, tweeted, "The first video of a British-supplied M270B1 multiple rocket launcher in action in Ukraine, also accompanied by a British FV103 Spartan armoured personnel carrier, which is apparently used as a command vehicle." In early June, the British government announced plans to train Ukrainian troops to use the launchers in the UK. At the time, the Foreign Office said the M270B1 weapons will offer a significant boost in capability for the Ukrainian forces. Among the weapons pledged, the UK has sent 6 of the M270B1, an even more powerful version of the US HIMARS, which have been praised as changing the war in Ukraine's favor. In early July, Ukrainian Defense Minister Alexei Reznikov tweeted, "HIMARS have already made a huge difference on the battlefield. More of them as well as ammo and equipment will increase our strength and help to demilitarize the terrorist state." This comes as Ukraine launches a dramatic fightback to retake the Kherson region, which has become a focus of Kyiv's counter-offensive in the south and a key link in Moscow's supply lines. Kherson, which fell early in the war to Russian troops, has already been cut off after Ukraine used Western-supplied long-range missile systems to badly damage 3 bridges. On Saturday, the Ukrainian military it had killed more than 100 Russian soldiers, destroyed 7 tanks, and obliterated 2 ammunition dumps in fighting on Friday. On Wednesday, Ukraine had warned Russian officials in Kherson to retreat or be annihilated. On Thursday, British officials that Ukraine's counter-offensive was gathering momentum, and that Russian forces were highly vulnerable. In an intelligence update, the Ministry of Defense said the missile strikes on the bridges meant the city was virtually cut off from other areas of Russian occupation. It said, Russia's 49th Army is stationed on the west bank of the Dnipro River and now looks highly vulnerable. Similarly, Kherson City, the most politically significant population center occupied by Russia, is now virtually cut off from the other occupied territories. Its loss would severely undermine Russia's attempts to paint the occupation as a success. Meanwhile, will the United States be able to supply enough of the rockets to Ukraine? Retired Army Lieutenant General Mark Hertling, a military analyst, also believes the burn rate is high. 16 launchers with 6-round pods firing only 2 missions a day would go through 192 rockets every 24 hours and 5,800 rockets per month, Hertling said on Twitter. These guided rockets also cost $168,000 apiece, so the Ukrainians are asking for an expensive launcher with pricey supplies. The U.S. Army purchased 50,000 guided multiple launch rockets in 2021. Giving Ukraine 5,000 per month would deplete its own stock. It's not clear how many guided rockets the United States has supplied Ukraine, but this back-of-the-envelope arithmetic shows that they will need a significant amount, especially if America sends dozens more launchers that the Ukrainians have asked for. HIMARS may be making a difference now, but that could always change as Russia begins targeting the launchers with its own artillery and aircraft. One salient feature of HIMARS is the speed to which the soldiers can move after firing. Russian counter-battery fires do not often have a chance to hit the HIMARS before it quickly makes its escape to another position. One thing the Russian military could do is destroy the vehicles that resupply the rockets. This could endanger HIMARS launchers as they wait for new munitions to be delivered. The United States may have to limit the number of HIMARS donated to Ukraine due to the finite number of guided rockets it can provide. If that is the case, Ukraine may have to get by with only 1 or 2 fire missions a day. That may not be enough to turn the tide of this stalemate in Donbass.